You grew up pre-social media?
Man, I'm not that much. Yeah, I grew up in pre-social media. I remember the days when you had to ride a bike and have to go to your boy's crib and shout out from his window, like, come down and play. Yes, I was there.
All right. So how do you think that affected you growing up as far as like, your confidence, or how did that shape you or not shape you?
I mean, I think social media has been good generally. Let's like start where we're at today and then work our ways backwards. Like, I think with social media today, it's good in terms of like you have the access to everything in the palm of your hand. So there's really no excuse because there's no lack of information.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that is an overload of information. Yeah. Right. So your attention span cannot stay in one place. It's like constantly shifting between things because everything's being thrown at you all at the same time, as opposed to before where you had singular focus, not as many distractions. You had the ability to be able to talk to people like this. This is not weird. And just me seeing with like the younger generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, people coming up the workforce, everything's by an email now. Yeah. Like everything's by an email. They don't want to pick up the phone call and just talk to you. What you could have written an email for 20 minutes could have been handled through a 2-minute phone call, legit. Right? But it's that interaction that makes them feel nervous because they grew up in the pandemic, right? So everything was planned. There was a syllabus. You were having a screen. Now when you're in front of somebody who's testing you on your knowledge, you don't have that same pivot. As opposed to us, the 80s and early 90s babies, I feel like we couldn't pivot pretty well because this is before ChatGPT, before Claude, before everything else that's out there. You have to actually do it the old school way, go read it, or at least read through the Cliff Notes. You have to at least read through the Cliff Notes, you know what I mean? Yeah. Even with the Cliff Notes, you had to read them. Yeah. There was no ChatGPT, give me the Cliff Notes, copy and paste, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you still have to read the Cliff Note. Yeah. Maybe you didn't want to read the 60-page book, but it's a 10-page Cliff Note. Yeah. So I feel like now things are too automated. It's even automated the way you date. There's apps for everything the way you date now, right? There's Christian Mingle, Muslim Mingle, like, Field, whatever the hell you into, right? Tinder, Hinge, there's like so many, Raya. Yeah. There's so many apps out there now that it's sort of automated the way you even like date. Like now you go outside to the club or to the bars and people don't drink as much. It's a totally different vibe. That's the reason why wellness retreat and clubs are booming. Social clubs like Soho House or other like Casa Cipriani are blowing up because people want to go to a space where they can meet people, right? In a way that doesn't involve drinking, as opposed to us when we were going out was an event.
It was like, I mean, people dance.
It was an event. You feel me? Like, it was an event. You were going you were going clean. You were gonna smell good, and maybe you only have $40 in your pocket, but you were going out there because you either had a hella swag, you can talk, or you can dance. Yeah. Now people just go out. They don't even talk to each other. I've seen it. They don't even talk to each other, so it's not fun. Yeah.
Man, I haven't been out in a while to like a good spot.
Were you just outside? Were you just outside this past weekend? Were you just
actually no? Wait, was I? It was a bar. It was a bar, but now
it was like a party. It looked lit though.
No, it was lit.
He doesn't go outside. He was just outside.
But honestly, it's more like a bar scene / lounge.
Oh, you mean like club? Like you ever been to a club?
I haven't been to a club.
We can't go to a club together, you and me.
Yeah. No, because you just want to just buy everything up. That's why. But yeah, I mean, I think I love it that I feel like I had best of both worlds. Like I had that, pre-social media era, was the era of, just going outside, meeting people, whether it was like, meeting different friends. Like I remember going to different basketball courts and hooping in different boroughs, and then that's how you got cool with different people. Or if you wanted to talk to a girl, you actually had to go up and approach a girl and get her number. Like, that was it. Yeah. It wasn't no background checks. But let me see your social media managers. You had to talk on the phone. That was the background check.
That was like,
you had to pass the vibe check on the phone. Like, so.
No, they couldn't investigate yo. The way that people investigate your life now, bro. On social media, that's the reason why my friends are ghosts, bro. Like.
No, honestly, back in the day, you had to get the old school way. If you wanted to know if somebody was just, was out there in the
You had to make like 30 calls
on a block, on a street, and like just ask around, like, what's the facts on this? Like,
now it's at the tip of your hand. Like now it's like straight up like people have time on their hands to figure out a whole bunch of stuff. And do you feel like back in the day too, social media has made people more flaky now? Because back in the day, if you made plans with somebody when texting still cost you like $1 a text. Like you wasn't trying to text nobody all day. You know what I mean? Like you called like I'm gonna be here at 9 p.m. I'm gonna be there at 9 p.m. You know what I mean? Like you had to show up. Not like today, people be canceling on you on the way there.
Nah, I don't play that. But I be double confirming though. I be double confirming.
You be double confirming with the person. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we doing. That's it. Like, you know?
I've had somebody cancel on me like when I double confirmed and I was on the way there and they still confirmed. I was like, damn, block.
I'd be pissed. I feel like now you can't actually back out. But before you could, when there was no social media, because you could make up any excuse and nobody would know if it's valid. Because now I'm like, oh, you better not get on social media for the next 48 hours. If it's emergency.
The activity, you remember the activity? You was looking at the activity, wasn't you? You were like, oh, she just like.
Don't share your location. Like, yo, you said you was uptown, but you over here, you're in a whole nother place. Like
now Instagram has the location thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, there's like everything's just trying to just track you, bro.
Everything's transparent. So I feel like it's harder today. Like,
yeah, it's hard. Unless you like some of my
even if you say you sick, you'll be like, yo, FaceTime me, let me make sure you good. Let me send you some. You better look sick. Like had a tissues on your nose and like lay dead. You gotta do that.
Sounds like somebody who's acted out that scene before.
You got to.
But do you feel like, I guess we're like taking it a little bit seriously. Like, were you aware of your digital footprint when you're in your 20s? Because now nothing's deleted. Like, were you the type to like post everything back then? Like, what type?
No, you couldn't. The Wi-Fi was slow. You only had one profile picture. That was it. So to me, you couldn't. And then with MySpace, the most you had was what, your top 8?
No, you could. They expanded that into the top 24. Those were some battles with the top 8. The top 8. You're like, yo, why am I number 2?
And once you had it set where it was like you couldn't even bring on a newcomer, like, because if a newcomer, like, yeah, I'm gonna get you in, and somebody, yo, why you remove me? That's crazy. Like,
so. Now, I was like that when that top 8 started. I remember specifically kids in my like middle school class, but like, why am I not in your top 8? Yeah. I didn't care if people removed me from their top 8. Like, there was one person that I cared. There was one person I cared about. I made sure I was like, I gotta stay top 3, bro. I gotta stay top 3. Like, if you start moving to the second row, there's a problem. But when they expanded to top 28, just watered it down. Like top 24. I was like,
that's it.
And then Instagram came out, and then people started posting.
I got on that late.
You got late on Instagram?
Like 2016.
Why you lying, bro?
Not for real. If you check my joint, 2016.
Why you got on so late? So you got on it after you got to Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, like afterwards. Yeah. Because I just wasn't. It wasn't my vibe. I would just do one social media. I was on Facebook.
Facebook was your thing?
Yeah, that was it.
So you were marking yourself in a relationship, complicated with?
You used to do that. Yeah.
You used to say complicated with? And they had to accept the status.
It meant something though. It meant something.
Like, yeah, like complicated. Yeah. Why would you even
I never did complicated. I just did in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like, yo, complicated with, you remember in a situation with, like, remember that?
Yeah, I never did that.
That's crazy.
I would put in a relationship with and all that, you know.
Right.
For my job, for everything.
You have any old posts that you think will haunt you one day?
Nah,
neither do I. I never put anything that was crazy like that.
Yeah, I never said anything disrespectful to anybody or any group of people. So.
Nah, I'm good.